talk about things on the air, and the people in the chat room, they give their opinions on it. And I love to see that. So keep it coming. But what are some of the things that are going on right now for Hot Topics? First, this is the first thing. Let's talk about that amazing weather that we had today in the DMV. I know I have a listening channel that goes to Pennsylvania and New Jersey. The DMV is DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Specifically, I'm in Baltimore. We broadcast from Baltimore, and I know I have a listening area in West Virginia. Shout out to West Virginia. When we had the Compassion Challenge in our earlier shows, we had a winner from, I believe it was West Virginia. So shout out to all of my listening area. We are nationwide, and I love and appreciate all of my listeners. But here in the DMV today, we had weather that was in the 50s and the 60s, and it was amazing. So I want to say to the people who are in the chat room, what did you do today? How did you enjoy the weather? Were you stuck in a building? Were you stuck at a desk or in an office working? Are you a person who works outside, and were you out there working but enjoying the beautiful weather for a change, not being too hot and sweating and just heavy temperatures, and then not being too cold and being out there freezing and getting frostbite? Did you enjoy the weather out there today? Hit me up and let me know how you enjoyed the weather. Hit me up at kindofcompassion@gmail.com or hop on our live chat. You can chat right here live with me. Right here on lifeenhancementradio.com. You can go to our live chat, and we'll be right here, right with you. And we love hearing what you have to say. What you say matters, and you are the boss. So hit me up and let me know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are, and how you enjoyed this weather today in the DMV. And guess what? It's 54, reported to be 54 degrees tomorrow. But they say that the trend is ending, so you got to get out there and you got to enjoy the weather tomorrow, because for some reason I think they're saying, excuse me, and I didn't get to catch the whole report, but for some reason I think they're saying that the weather is going to be ending, and this weekend it's not going to be so nice. So get out there and enjoy the weather when you can. And I want to apologize to you guys. I have been fighting a cold for the past week. I have a terrible cough and a terrible congestion. So I'm sure if you're a regular listener of mine, you can hear it in my nasal passages. I'm a little congested, but thank God that I eat pretty healthy, and I'm taking apple cider vinegar with the mother, which I highly recommend. I think I may have talked about that on my show before, but apple cider vinegar mother. So this is a quick break from Hot Topics, because I got to give it a shout out. I got to let people know what I do. But I take apple cider vinegar. I take a teaspoon in the morning and I take a teaspoon at night. But if I'm feeling a little under the weather like now, I also kind of take a teaspoon in the middle of the day. And when I'm on the go and working and stuff like that, I take like a little carry-on thing that I usually use it for when I'm traveling, because it's TSA approved, and I put it in there. I use Bragg apple cider vinegar with the mother. It's a great tip because it helps you. It's basically a probiotic, and I always tell people that it works a lot better than penicillin, because penicillin, you shouldn't keep continuously taking it. After a while, your body gets immune to it, and that's why there's so many different kinds. Not only because there's so many different kinds of bacteria, but because after a while, if you continuously take it, your body gets used to it. So with apple cider vinegar, it has, probiotics in it and good things in there that help you to, and that's what the mother is, and that helps you to heal. And it's used for so many different kinds of things. So anyways, I'm taking that, and I had to take a shot of that before I came on the air, or else I wouldn't even be able to talk because I've been coughing so much. So I'm just apologizing to my listeners out there, and hopefully next week when you hear my voice, I won't be so congested. But thanks for staying tuned in right here on lifeenhancementradio.com. So back to Hot Topics, and we were just talking about the weather and how nice it was here in the DMV. And who is loving the days getting longer? I mean, I am thrilled. Personally, I do not like when the days are so short. I can't stand when it gets dark before 5. I just don't. I remember being a teenager and I used to love that. But now I do not love that. I love the longer days. I love when it gets dark at 9 p.m. I just love it. And so, a few shows ago, we talked about the winter solstice here on this hemisphere, and how after the solstice happens, we start to see the days get a little bit longer. So I am so excited. Today, I just happened to glance out the window. I was wrapping up some work and glanced out the window, and it was a little after 5, and it was still a little bit of daylight out there. So that brings me great joy. That puts a little bit of joy in my heart. So you talk about the small things in life, and a cup of good coffee and a longer day just brings me so much joy. What brings you joy? Hit me up at kindofcompassion@gmail.com, or come on, hop on live with me and chat with me live and let me know what brings you joy. Somebody is in the chat room saying that they love walks with their dog, and that brings them joy. That brings me joy as well. I love my dog, and I am missing my baby boy because he is actually with my mother, so I don't have my precious pup right now, but I definitely love walks with my dog, and he loves those too. Great bonding moment for man's best friend, so thank you for that. Hot topic. Oh my goodness. Rest in peace to Mary Tyler Moore. Mary Tyler Moore died today at 80 years old. She turned 80 on December the 29th, so that was just under a month ago. She hit her 80th birthday, so we say happy birthday to her, and we say rest in peace to her. She was most famous for the Mary Tyler Moore Show and her role in Ordinary People, and that role that she played in Ordinary People was quite a bit different from who she was on TV and Mary Tyler Moore. She played a funny, character and gregarious character, in the Mary Tyler Moore Show and Ordinary People. They say that, it was just a different type of character than what they were used to seeing her play. But she was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress for Ordinary People. So, Godspeed and rest in peace to Mary Tyler Moore. Godspeed to her family. And we are praying for her family, and may God bless them and keep them. But that is, Mary Tyler Moore is a definite icon in entertainment. And she, to me, it's, of course, she's definitely before my time, but as a person who acts and does theater and is in entertainment and media and things like that, we definitely know, people who came before us of all colors and cultures, and Mary Tyler Moore definitely represents that. And one of the other things that she is very iconic and very known for is playing a modern woman. And so we see a lot of modern women today. We see a lot of modern women. It's not the tradition anymore, which I don't know if it's unfortunate or if it's fortunate. I am indifferent on, whether it's a good or a bad thing. But we see a lot of modern women today raising their children alone, single mothers. And Mary Tyler Moore, was one of the first, if not the first, to play, a single parent on TV. And, that is just, we see it all the time now. And that's replica of what we have. We have women who are single and raising families and, raising their children. And, so we will definitely be missing Mary Tyler Moore, for all of her contributions, to this to this great country and to the field of entertainment. What else are we talking about in Hot Topics today? Oh my goodness. For my football fans, we have in the Baltimore area is getting a new team. It's arena football, and they're called the Baltimore Brigade. Wow. So they are kicking off in April. And so, I looked into this a little bit. I am, 50-50 a football fan. I am not 100% a football fan. I am 50-50. So, 50 I can take it and 50 I can leave it. I am like right in the middle. I don't know. Maybe it's 60-40. 60 I'll take it, 40 I'll leave it. I do love it. I love going to games. My original team, of course, is the Washington Redskins. So shout out, to the Washington Redskins. My family is originally from DC. So, of course, that is our home team. We're diehard Redskins fans. But, I reside and dwell in Baltimore now, and Baltimore is definitely my second team of choice. I'm getting some haters in the chat room. That's all right. That's okay. I'm getting some haters. I know it, and I'm supposed to be all for Baltimore, but hey, when you grow up a certain way, you gotta just, love who you love. And so I truly do love the Washington Redskins, but, I love Baltimore Ravens as well. But this new team that is coming about is the Baltimore Brigade, and they are arena style football. And so, when I was checking this out today for wanting to share this in Hot Topics, I didn't know because I know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to share it because I know that I have some Baltimoreans who listen in who are just totally, all for the Ravens. And I wasn't sure if there was any room for another team. But what I've come to the conclusion about is that if you like football, you like football and you can watch it. For me, if the Redskins are playing, I'm definitely watching. If the Ravens are playing, I'm probably going to have it on. I'd rather be, hosting some kind of party or something and letting, people do what they do. And just being a part of the ambiance. But, like I was saying, if you go to a live game, if you've ever been to a live game, it's all about the ambiance. It's all about the moment of being there. It's so many different things going on, and it's just amazing. And so it's a big social thing, and I love that aspect of it. And, sometimes I'll catch the plays too and scream a little bit and shout for something. But so you guys gotta let me know, like it or leave it. Let me know in the chat room or hit me up, send me an email. Do you like the idea of the Baltimore Brigade coming to Baltimore, kicking off in April, or can you leave it and do without it? Let me know. Hit me up at kindofcompassion@gmail.com, or come on, hop on the chat. You listening, you're tuning in. Thank you so much for that. But chat with me and give me your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. Chat with me now. I'll be right here, right with you, and I love it. I love when you chat with me live. So, let me know. Like it or leave it. And another thing in football for the football fans is about Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's face, Joe Flacco is a Ravens team member, so I thought you guys would love that. But Joe Flacco will now be on 5 MTA city buses in Baltimore. So they're saying that the Baltimore MTA buses are used by 250,000 people a day. So that's a fun fact. The Baltimore buses are used by 250,000 people a day, which is quite a bit of people. I mean, wow. I could have never imagined that it would be that number. But Joe Flacco did an uncovering today with the city, and his face will now be on 5 city buses. So how do you like that? Like it or leave it. Hit me up and let me know. kindofcompassion@gmail.com, or come right on in that chat room and chat with me live. There's some people already in there right now on my chat text. And guess what they're saying? They are saying that they love it. So I got a couple of people who are like, whatever. But for the most part, it looks like people love it. So I guess we're gonna like that one. So shout out to Joe Flacco.